Hi there, Dr. Gary here on the road. We sell dental practices nationwide. We are dental practice brokers. I was a dentist for 25 years, now doing the brokerage for 15. Today's topic is, when a buyer purchases a dental practice, what are the normal expectations? How fast they may grow the practice. We'll get into some national averages. So as you know, we're now in 25 states. We have 10 employees, and we are available to you 363 days a year, taking off Christmas and Easter. You can reach us from 8:30 a.m. till 8:30 p.m. East Coast time. 201-663-0935. dentalpracticeguide.com, one of our websites, or nationwide dentalpracticebrokers.com. So just call us, we'll get it together for you. And we'll be happy to talk to you at no charge. Again, everything you're hearing today is just for entertainment purposes. It's not legal advice. So before we forget, if you have a large practice, grossing $1 million or more, 5 treatment rooms, willing to stay on 3 to 5 years, you may be a DSO candidate. Okay? And they're eagerly buying. They're still out there. We know who the best ones are. They'll often pay our commission, so generally no commission to you. And we'll work closely. We know who the better ones are, because we work with 140 of them, and we can guide you accordingly. Now, in addition, if your practice sells to successful closing over $1 million, and we are representing you, the seller, we'll reimburse your legal fees based on some small criteria at successful closing. We've done that often, a couple of times in the last few months. Now, what are the expectations of what the buyer should anticipate the growth should be? We have seen some hyper growth. On a nationwide average, it could be 10 to 20%, depending how large your practice is, how aggressive you're going to be, how much marketing you're going to be, what is your ability to convince patients to proceed with that treatment planning, what is your staff like. There's a lot of factors in that. But 10 to 20%, one consider that a national average. You buy the practice, you're going to lose some patients, some. But because you're working and you bring on different entities and friendships, it may grow the practice even more. So a slight decrease in the number of patients that hang in, but you'll have an increase because are you willing to do the procedures that the current doctor is sending out? You keep endo, perio, oral surgery, ortho, you keep that in-house. You could do 15 to 20% better in a very short time period. So there's a lot of different opportunities out there that you can grow. A lot's going to be dependent on how much you're going to hustle. So what have we seen? One doctor grossing about $475 at purchase time. They did 20% better in 60 days. I know, unbelievable, but it happened. How'd they do it? Well, they did it by increasing the hours, taking a couple of insurances, introducing some techniques and some dental procedures that were not offered before, implants and so forth, and reducing the amount of referrals out of the office. They reduced it. So because they reduced it, they kept it in-house. 20% increase. I saw the numbers in 60 days. She did fantastic. Now we had another one, very personable doctor. She doubled the practice. It was like $425 practice, $425,000. Doubled the practice in 6 months. $400,000 some other. Doubled it in 6 months. I had one that was I think it was a $380,000 practice. Tripled it in a year. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. I'm giving you case studies. dependent on how much this doctor's going to hustle, depending on how much money they'll put towards marketing and advertising. Do they believe in marketing and advertising? Some doctors still don't. What kind of staff? Does it have a hygienist that can help co-diagnose pathology? That's going to be helpful too. Can a hygienist that's going to offer some treatment planning, and you, the doctor, got to reward your staff? I think certainly bonuses if they got a certain amount of collections for the month. So staff incentive bonuses goes a long way. Whoo, does that go a long way? Because the patients believe in the staff. So there's a lot that you could do. You can increase the office and sometimes have a dramatic increase. But you're not going to get a dramatic increase if you think you're just going to sit back and it's just going to happen. That's not going to happen. But you can work very hard and relax ever so slightly while the new patients come in if you're putting in the effort. What are the words? It's very simple. Are you giving the practice your all? Are you taking it to the next level because of the effort you're putting in? You've got to do that. You've got to give the practice your all. That's the secret. Give it your all. How do you take it to the next level? It's great staff incentivized, it's marketing, it's advertising. You got to work harder than you've ever worked before. It's a little easier to do when you're single. You have the free time. But if you have a family, work it out with your significant other. That you may not be home that much in the first year and a half because you're trying to do whatever you can. Or you could do some work at home or engage the staff, the significant other to help with that. You never know where it's going to come from. But effort has to be made. Marketing has to be monitored. But it can be done. I've seen it done, and you can make it happen too. Maybe open your parameters a little bit as an associate. I know you want this out of a practice, but maybe if it has 2/3 of what you need, you can modify the rest of it. Keep your mind open to different ideas. Learn about marketing, advertising, website. All this stuff's available on the internet, on podcasts. Just listen to it. Howard Fran is a great podcast. Listen to I think there's over 1,000. Listen to all these things and get on it. Learn about marketing, advertising. Have enthusiasm. I know a guy coming out of a city not the greatest. That's Brooklyn, New York. A fair number of patients have Medicare, right? Guy's doing fantastic. I think close to 2.5 million now. How do you do that with some Medicaid? I don't know how much percentage. I think they're 15% Medicaid. He just treats everybody the same. They walk in, hello, how are you? It's enthusiasm. Wins them over, gets him in with care credit, starts that day. Hello, how are you? Level of excitement. Care credit, here's the answer, they'll cover it. Let's go look at your records here and see how we may assist you, enhancing your smile and so forth. So there's just ways, your communication level. The other doctor could have been a little passive. That doesn't mean you have to do heavy sell at every patient. I don't believe in that either. They see right through that. But you can co-diagnose with the patient by having an intraoral camera. Show them that huge amalgam. Say, notice the doctor's been telling you to watch this, but just want to make you aware. It's going to bother us down the road. If not, we should take care of it now. Amalgam with all kinds of cracks, pits and fissures, and what's the big deal? You got to do that. But you share with the patient, because it's hard when you first take over. You don't want to overload the patient with all the work they need. It's easy to get them to convince themselves. Show them the intraoral camera, show them the big composite film, show them the shrinkage of the gums, periodontitis, show them the fractured amalgam with holes in it and possibly decay, and they will self-convince themselves. At the same time, you support the doctor that sold you the office. Why didn't he sell? Why didn't the other doctor tell me that? They'll say, well, I've noticed it in the chart. He mentioned it to you. And that's why he didn't explain it to you. Maybe he did explain it. Maybe you forgot. I'm not sure. I wasn't there. But I see in the chart that he discussed the treatment plan. But perhaps he was a little bit, didn't want to push too hard. That's interesting, too, when that happens. So you can get all these things done, no question about it, by increasing your practice, by putting the effort in, the time. Be motivated. Watch all the videos on advertising, marketing, and so forth on your video. And we didn't have the video, the podcast back then, or the iTunes or whatever, iCloud. wasn't around. We had to use cassette tapes and then just exchange tapes with the buddy when yours got finished. That was it, a cassette tape. Your access to information is incredible now. It's just over the top. So what you should do is be listening all the time, how to improve your practice. Listen to great YouTubes like mine, incredible, of course. Just listen to them. Just sit in your car, listen over and over. You may be listening to this one 10 times. I don't know. Perhaps. I know I get pretty popular on YouTube. I'm wondering where those 20,000 views came from, even though we're a small-time operation. It's pretty good. So call me on this, and we could talk to you about it. But get on it. Remember, that practice can grow rapidly depending on how much effort you want to put into it. The use of technology. Don't push it too hard. Let the patient convince himself. Build confidence in the patient, and you can do the treatment plan. Or let your staff do the financial arrangements so you don't have to. All right? All right, team. I think we've got a nice Italian dinner going out tonight. Going to the gym for a swim. I think today's the last day we have outdoor swimming. I can't wait. I was at the beach this morning. Ooh, is that beautiful. Talk to you soon, team. And remember I said in the other takes, we're trying to get this public service statement out, urgent, about, can you take care of yourself? Get all the scans, get all the ultrasounds, check your thyroid out, get the calcium scan, get the aortas checked out, thyroid checked out, calcium scan of the heart, all the blood tests you can take. They now have those occult tests, 99 tests they do. Get on it. All right? I'll see you soon. Bye, team.